friends. Today, I'm gonna jam a modern prelim off stream, just me playing some crabs. I am not really sure in the direction where crabs needs to be going. I've been really struggling against scam. I'm gonna try to go back to 4 preordains. I think there's not a lot of chalice in the meta right now. So I think I can kind of. This is a lot of ones. But the big problem that Mill's been facing recently is the rise of Orcish Bowmasters. Like, Mill had a lot of innocuous cycling, right? With these cards that just really Bowmaster punishes you a lot for that. Now, you have to ask, well, if Bowmaster is a problem, why are you doubling down and playing Preordains? Well, I tried to play like Lauren Revealed, but you never hardcast Lauren Revealed in this deck. If you get a chance to hardcast Lauren Revealed, you're probably dead. So it's hard, and I think Preordain's a good way to like either hit the land drops or hit the mill spells, right? So we're just gonna try it. We can always board them out. I have a plan against Scam. It's basically board in these 11 cards. It might be like this. Board in 13 cards and board out these cards. We might just straight board out these, board these in, right? It just might be a straight 12 for 12 drop. So we don't get punished by Bowmaster at all. Scam is, I've really been struggling to beat Scam with this. So that's why we're going up to 4 bridges. Bridge just seems to be the best way to beat Scam because they just put on so much pressure so fast. And you can't really use board wipes because if you board wipe them and they just have an undying effect, you're just toast. So then you're in a position where you need a board wipe, plus you need a Soul Guide Lantern or a Surgical. And I think the best thing to do is just Ensnaring Bridge. So we're going to try, this is what we're going to try in the prelim. And I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Okay, we're back. So I'll be on the play, obviously. This hand's pretty sweet. I mean, we got crabs, a Shah, a fetch, a trap. Pretty much everything we could want. I think we will. Xeno1 usually plays some crazy stuff. And I remember them for the longest time. They played the double red Cascade card. I forget the name of it. But you suspend it and it like chaos warps your entire board. Search or something of tomorrow. I can't think of the name of it. But that's usually what they play. And they're AFK now. But I haven't seen what they've been playing recently. But they were big. They won like a challenge because they were playing Karn in that list to get a Karn to wish for a Charlotte's Agent to cascade into, I guess it's called Glimpse of Tomorrow. Glimpse. I think it's Glimpse of Tomorrow. Yeah, Glimpse of Tomorrow. That's what they used to play. But I guess I'll be back when they're back. Well, our opponent has disconnected, so this might be the quickest round 1 that I ever play. Alright, he showed up, so let's jam. Start with the Ruin Crab. Ruin Crab's always stronger. I always struggle with this. Like, on one hand, the Hedron Crab can be unholy heated, so, like, you don't want to play it first. Oh, they're playing Yogg. Oh, no, they're playing the Glimpse deck. Alright, well, these are going to be some pretty good cards against them. Yep, definitely the Glimpse deck still. Still playing the Glimpse deck. Love it. You love to see it. That's one of the cool things about Modern, is you get people who are just committed to a certain deck, right? And then they just only play that deck. And they're happy because, you know. Alright, so we're in a really good spot here. We have 2 traps. If they crack a fetch, they're done. Another colony garden. We have a drown here. I guess the question is, do we want to use this visions? And I think we... I mean, I don't think we do. I think we're just good here. Holding up this drown. Alright, we'll just hold up the drown. This way we can't get glimpsed. Alright. Oh, here comes Nissa. That's not what I expected. Alright. That's good, though. It means they'll probably use a fetch. I think we should cash in a visions here. Alright, that's perfect. Now we'll go bonk. Bonk. We have to be careful that they may be playing some number of endurances. There's all 4 Furies are gone. Fury, 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 Fury. So, I guess if we visions... Oh, I'm so dumb. I meant to crack this. Boy, that's really stupid of me. Let's crack it now. Just missed on drawing cards for no reason. Yeah, they're still playing the Karns. That's so funny. It's like the exact same list. We have to counter Karns because they're playing the stupid land. They're just going to get roasted when they do this. By double trap. Sure. Wonder what elemental they're going to get. Here comes Hardcast Omnath. Alright, well, let's go Archive Trap you. Archive Trap you. Alright, let's take a look at their deck. So, I don't see a lot of blue cards, so we might... I guess there's Wave Sifter, 1, 2, 3, 4... So, I guess the question is, do we have to worry about Force Negation? And we don't. I do remember we have to counter all Karns. Because the Karn, he plays... I don't think... Looking at this CMC, I don't think Tasha's is going to be good. Their CMC is maybe a little too high. Alright, so... It's always important to take a look at what your opponent's doing when you're playing Mill. So that, like, you... have a good idea. Alright, so let's bring in these cards. Hopefully we could surgical a glimpse, and that'll be that. I think we're cutting Tasha's. I think their CMC's too high. Now the next question is, do we want... I think we can shave some fatal pushes. Now the question is, do we want bridge? I think we don't want bridge because I think over a long standoff game, I think we get dunked on by Karn if we play bridge. So I think it's probably not advantageous to play bridge. I think we'll cut another fatal push. So our deck looks 4 surgical. We want a surgical Karn. We want a surgical endurance. And we probably want a surgical glimpse. Glimpse is top priority. Getting rid of a glimpse. Any other changes? Do you want a crypt incursion? They have a lot of creatures. Nah, we should be okay. Alright. So... this isn't bad. We have drown. We don't have any crabs, but we have a drown in the lock. Alright, I'm down to keep this. We can just preordain for a land. Yep. Bet they're going to have a lot of mystical disputes. Preordain or Soul Guide? I think I'll just preordain. A drown in the lock and a crab. I actually want both of these cards, I think. Well, maybe the crab's going to be a little late. Let's just keep the drown. I probably should have kept the crab, but we don't have enough mana. Maybe the crab was a keep, but I like if I crab next turn, I'll just get glimpsed upon, so I can't really do that. Just play the Delta pass. Wake Sifter, investigate twice. Now they have their tokens for their glimpse. And now we're just going to play this. And given the nature of this deck and how they play Violent Outburst, I'm going to crack now. So I don't get into some awkward situation where, like, I crack, they glimpse in response, right? We have to be very careful. So I'm going to crack now. I mean, this does telegraph a drown in the lock, but what can you do? Does telegraph a drown here. But it's alright. So we'll play the Field of Ruin. And we'll play the Soul Guide Lantern. We'll target ourselves. We want to leave as much shit in their graveyard as possible for our draw fours and stuff like that. So let's target our Preordain. Now, if they have a Cascade and then they untap and Cascade, we're in a lot of trouble, obviously. But, you know, what can you can't do too much about stuff like that when they have the best possible hand against you. Yep. Okay. So we will drown this. Boop. So I wish I had a surgical to just surgical the stupid glimpse now. But now they're probably going to be able to pop off and just have another one. Yup. Look at them. Alright, let's see what they get. Let's see how bad it is. We might just be dead here. I should probably use this Soul Guide land. Omnath, Fury, and... yeah, we're dead. We're dead, but I want to mill them a little bit more to try and see what they have sideboarded for us, to see if we have to deal with endurances and stuff like that. I mean, if we had one surgical, we would have just won this game, but they had everything that they want. One surgical and we would be winning this game. This is a nice touch, a nice addition to the deck. Cycle it, get a food. Get something to add to the deck. We just needed a surgical. We're dead. See what they've revealed to us. No endurances. They're going to cascade again. This is some greedy shit. Alright, we actually got to see their whole deck. Dispute. No endurances, it seems. Looks like they cut a one Karn, two Karn. Looks like they either shave Karn or they have two in their hand. So we just have to worry about disputes. There's no endurances. I'm actually gonna try and... I'm just gonna try and draw a surgical so I can take a look at their whole deck. We're just gonna try and draw a surgical and then concede. Yeah, we're just dead. That was their best possible start. All these Cascade decks suffer when they're not on the play. I wonder if we want a bridge. I kind of wonder, but at the same time, I think we should be able to stop them this time. Alright, let's play. Let's be on the play. Let's just have a surgical, and we should be good to go. As long as we have one surgical. That's so loud. Would you like to play first? Yes. No surgicals, but I think it's okay because we have preordained, we have crab. I guess we start with Shelldock Isle. So let's see. Turn 1, Shelldock. Turn 2, crab plus preordain. We should be okay. Let's take a fractured sanity. So turn 2 we have that. Then turn 3 we have drown up plus field. All right. No traps. Green. Why are they playing green? What the hell is green for? Why wouldn't they get blue there? That's very weird to me. Right, because it doesn't show the mystical disputes or whatever. There's Violent Outburst Shardless Agent. Where's Surgical? Where is Surgical? Surgical? Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so we have our Crabby, we have Drown. Oh, the Generous Ent. Okay. Well, they could have cycled that with blue. Weird. They got white for Temple Garden. Why did they get white? Fury might grab, sure. They don't like crabs. That's a good draw. I guess we could trap this and then trap them and then have visions. That seems okay. Or we could just hold up drown. Boy, what the fuck's going on outside? You guys hear that? That's so loud. Yeah, let's just hold up the drown, I suppose. I suppose we just hold up the drown on the lock. They search for a temple garden, right? So if they play a temple garden, they won't have Cascade. There's the Cascader. Nissa. Well, now I can do the archive trap thing. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Which one do we want to kill? I guess we kill blue. Let's get an island. Archive trap them. They could have mystical dispute here. Nope, they don't. Okay. So let's visions. There's a glimpse. There's surgical. Let's trap them again. And that's good enough for me. So they have one. I think they're dead here, right? Because they have 15 cards here. Because we can activate this, hold up drown, plus surgical something. Alright, so what can we surgical? They have 1, 2 glimpses. So there's a third glimpse in the deck or in their hand. So what's a card that we can surgical that we guarantee to get a card out of their deck and then they're just dead to this mill 14, right? So we have to find one card to surgical that we know that they're going to have in their deck. What card is that? Let's look. There's one Fury gone. They reveal the Temple Garden. So what card can we surgical? It's probably Glimpse, right? They probably have a third Glimpse. 1, 2. There's probably 2 more. So let's get Glimpse. Maybe it should have been Mystical Dispute, so we could just win, but it doesn't really matter. GG's. Alright. So we have Glimpse, we Surgical Glimpse. No Elixir Vitality. Mill is at its best when nobody is ready for it. Alright, yeah. I had a game one time against this guy a long time ago where he Karned and wished for an Elixir of Immortality, and then I Surgicaled his Glimpse of Tomorrows, but all his Cascade guys would Cascade into the Elixir of Immortality, and it was the most frustrating game I've like ever played. It was like a turn 20 game. It was crazy. It was such a sweet game, but I do remember that experience very vividly. All right, I'll see you back for round 2. Okay, we're back for round 2. Playing against, who knows? Playing against Scam. Perfect. This hand's not bad against Scam. It's not great. If they have a Bowmaster, we're in trouble. Just a Ragavan. Just the best one-drop ever printed. Okay, so we could go Crab, play Crab as a blocker. Or we could just go Fatal Push this. This is a tough call. I mean, this Crab's probably very dead regardless. But I think we'll just play the Crab. Now, we're a lot of trouble to Bowmaster. Like, we need to have this to kill a Bowmaster so we can get our Preordains in. This is the trouble matchup. This is why Mill's not good right now. It struggles against Scam. And you guys will see why. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully we could beat him, but you never know. You never know. Like, on one hand, we don't even want to block because they could just Bowmaster. Just bolt it. Alright, well, shit. That's pretty boring. They got garbage. Alright, good. Thoughtseize away the Fatal Push. And now we're just trapped looking for another Fatal Push to kill this monkey. Oh, well that was easy. Alright, let's Preordain. Drown in the lock. We probably want the drown. We need to stabilize the board. We can't Fatal Push it now, because then they're just undying it. Or dash another one. So you have to wait for combat on their turn. Right? Because if we Fatal Push this now, they just undying it. So you have to wait until whenever. Alright. Let's just kill it now. Undying effect? No undying effect. Well, that's kind of nice for us. We'll count that as a win. Fable? Sure. Fable's okay. Alright. We're doing okay. Jace. I guess we're gonna Preordain. Fatal Push, Preordain. I think we'll take the Fatal Push. Play this. We could just push this. Then we're not going to get griefed. This is tough. This is tough. I think we'll wait. We can wait a little bit, right? We're not really doing much milling right now. Let's see what they discard. They discarded a Fury and a Fable. Interesting. I'm just killing this. I don't want them to have more mana. Grief Scam, we lose. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, let's think. What are we doing? We could play a Jace and just Jace plus on that. I like that. Just Jace plus on the Voidwalker. Boop. Alright. We're not dead, but the problem is they have 46 cards left in their library. And we have not a lot of mill going on. Oh, that's really good for us, that Delta. Alright, so we have to watch out for this reflection. Obviously, reflection is a big problem. If they reflection this, I think we just kill the reflection. Huh. Maybe we just plus here past the turn. Plus. Then hopefully they crack this Delta at the end step. That's really good for us. Boop. There's a Croxa here. Uh-oh. Croxa is worth knowing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I guess we're passing the turn. We're gonna draw here. Yeah, then I'm gonna drown this Kiki Jiki. Or do I drown the Voidwalker? Let's drown the Kiki Jiki. Kiki Jiki's too dangerous. Kiki Jiki is way too dangerous. Alright, so if they play a Croxa here, we'll probably lose the game. But, I don't know. They have Voidwalker, which can use my Drown in the Lock, which is going to be maybe an issue. Hopefully they don't have any red left when they search here. But this Croxa is going to be a problem. What? Crazy. Ragavan Dash? Are they hitting Jace? Oh, that's perfect. So Voidwalker is holding up Drown in the Lock here. Alright, let's think. So we can... We can just plus again. That doesn't really seem good. We can go down and draw a bunch of cards. That probably seems like the best thing to do, is just -3, and then they'll mill 3, and then we'll get to draw a bunch of cards. Or we could just 15 them. No, let's just draw cards. Boy, I hope they don't have Bowmasters. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, so what do we do now? Now we go play this. And let's look at how many Furies are gone if this Tasha's is going to be good. 1, 2. There's a lot of griefs left. There's 4 griefs. We should probably just Fractured Sanity. Cast Fractured Sanity. They could Voidwalker this with the drown here. Really, really nervous about this Crocs. Okay, they let it go. What do we get? We got a grief, a grief, a grief, fury, 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 fury. All furies are gone. 1, 2, 3. There's one grief left. Okay. So if we resolve this Tasha's, we probably win the game. That's pretty cool to know. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. All those basics. Ragavan. Ragavan resolves. Let's see who they attack. Chase me. Me, Jace. So I could just drown this Voidwalker, and then Jace is another Ancestral. Jace kills them because they mill 9. Yeah. Let's just kill the Voidwalker. Let's just kill the Voidwalker. We'll get this Voidwalker dead. And then Jace can live. Kill this. Mostly because I don't want to be drowned, right? I don't want this Tasha's Hideous Laughter drowned. So I guess they can Tasha's after this. Or they can play the Croxa. But there's a drown here. Oh boy. I kind of wouldn't have mind drawing that, I'm not going to lie. Alright, so we have Ancestral here off this. Dash, we're not doing anything? Why aren't we doing anything over here? I'm confused. Let's just Tasha's. See what happens. They're at 0 cards. Okay. We got the rare game 1 victory. They just didn't Fury. They just didn't scam a grief. If they would have scammed a grief, it would be toast. It's just stock scam. Alright, so let's go to the sideboard. We have a plan for this. We have this plan here. We're just going mono removal and then some surgicals. We're cutting all the cycle things. We're cutting all our, like, draw cards. So we don't have to just get wrecked by a Bowmaster. This might be a bad approach. And Tasha's isn't really that good against them. But if we have surgical griefs, then Tasha's is good. But we'll cut a Tasha's. We'll play like this. This might not be the best strategy, but we'll try it like this. With 2 surgicals to maybe get Furies and Griefs. Because once Fury and Grief are scammed, then Tasha's becomes really good. Alright, let's play it like this. We have to watch out for Blood Moons. We have to watch out for all kinds of stuff. Alright. This hand is a little weak to like a turn 1. But every hand's weak to turn 1 Grief. Turn 1 Fury would be the best case scenario. Okay, let's... Okay. I want to Archive Trap them so bad to see if I can Surgical. Alright, let's Archive Trap. Alright, what do we got here? We got 1 Grief here. I kind of feel like Surgicaling the Griefs. Right off the bat, just surgical these griefs. Alright. So 1, 2, 3. What else we got in this deck? So they're absolutely stone cold to Ensnaring Bridge with the exception of the Shieldred. Shieldred is their way out of Ensnaring Bridge. They can also do stuff with Croxa. But there's no reason to take this Grief out of the graveyard because we can leave it in there for our Crypt Incursions, right? So, Shieldred. Oh, maybe we take it out because of Takenuma. Like, they could Takenuma back a Grief and then, like, attack our hand. I don't like that. It's pretty narrow, so let's do it. What's their hand? Their hand is a Scam, Shieldred, Bowmaster, Voidwalker. Yep. Okay, so they're for sure gonna take Ensnaring Bridge. Ensnaring Bridge is a card they probably can't beat. So this is their hand. They'll take the bridge. So they have a Shieldred in their hand. They might take the Drown. Yeah, they take the bridge. Yep. Alright. Our hand has been... What a draw. We didn't see Blood Moon in their deck. So we're good to... Right? We didn't see Blood Moon? No, I don't think we saw Blood Moon. Maybe I just missed it, but I don't think we saw Blood Moon. I don't think we saw Blood Moon. Alright. Let's just fetch our Watery Grave tapped. We really want to draw just a land. That's such a good draw. Holy cow. Okay, so do we want to counter the Bowmasters? I guess is the question. The Bowmasters represent a lot of damage. That's the question. Or do we need to save this Drown of the Loch to deal with this Shieldred? I think these things represent too much damage. Right? They represent a lot of damage. Because they're going to get under our bridge for a long time. Right? They're going to get under our bridge for a long time. That decision might cost me the game right there, but we'll see. Alright, so we know they're just going to Voidwalker. We know they have a Not Dead after all. Okay, we need to slam this bridge. Slam that bridge. Alright. So now we're dead to the... now we have to worry about the Shieldred. So their hand is a Swamp. They still have this Swamp, right? Oh, they don't have this Swamp. This was a Swamp they played. That is a Swamp they played. Okay, so now we go... Crab. Okay. Maybe I'm supposed to Field of Ruin this Blood Crypt. To tax their... to get lands out of their deck. Alright. Let's... but we'll wait until now. Oh, jeez. I guess it's probably better just to get the Blood Crypt. Just reduce the amount of lands that they can draw. Island. Bonk. Bonk. Now we play Rune Crab. Now they can use this Voidwalker to play our Field of Ruin to now play Shieldred, which is kind of funny. But I don't... maybe they'll do that. I'm fine if they do that. Feels like they should use the Voidwalker to play this. But, alright, let's Tasha's here. They have a bunch of Furies in their deck, so this isn't going to do much. Right? This is just going to hit a bunch of 1 Fury. Alright. So it hit the other Shieldred. It hit a Fury. There's still 3 Furies left in their deck? What? I must have milled the Fury. No, there's just a million Furies. Okay. They must have a Fury in their hand. This is the key to beating Scam, is Ensnaring Bridge. And as long as Scam players aren't, like, aware of this card, we're probably going to be okay. But, I don't know, it's hard. It's hard to beat Scam. I imagine we're going to get Fury scammed here, and we're going to lose all our crabbies. Buttsies, crabby down. Alright. What are we drawing? A fetch land would be ideal. A fetch land would be pretty gnarly right here. Pretty much a good portion of our deck kills them. The worst draw would be Archive Trap. Archive Trap would be like the worst draw. Best draw would be 3-mana Jace. Oh, that's pretty good. How much life are we gaining here? I think we'll save this in case they scam us, right? Because they're in a position to cast Fury Scam to kill these. So we'll wait for them to try and Fury Scam us. How much life are we actually going to gain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it? 15? It's not bad. Alright, here we go. This is what we were waiting for. Alright, here's the Fury. It kills crabbies. It kills the crabbies. My crabbies are dead. What a shame. Then they'll cast us Not After All on the Fury. Yes, yes, yes. Fury goes into the graveyard. Boink. I have a response. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Yay. Okay. Well, our plan against Scam seems to be working. We're just riding behind this, hiding behind this Ensnaring Bridge, and that is the game. Pop. That worked out very nicely. Okay. Well, that's how you beat Scam. That's how you beat Scam. You got to get lucky with Ensnaring Bridge. Operation Hide Behind the Bridge. That's how you beat Scam. Alright, I'll see you guys for round 3. Alright, here we are for round number 3. I got Hedron Crab, got Preordained thing. We're keeping. We're on the draw. Not great. Let's see what we're up against. Razorverge Thicket. Aether Vial. Okay. I don't know. Probably some kind of life gain Heliod deck. Maybe humans. I don't know. Don't really know what we're up against. But I'm going to play a crab. I wonder what this is. Probably humans. Right? It's probably gotta be humans. A Gonjo. Alright, we should keep in mind they have a Gonjo for blocking. Soul Sisters? Holy shit. Okay. I did not expect that. This is kind of good for us because they could be at 1,000,000 life and we don't care. Right? We don't care. Kyla's Reconstruction. Alright. Let's just get our land here. The one card we do care about... Oh, wow. Whenever you get a life, put a 1/1/1 counter on this. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to hold up Drown in the Loch. Just going to hold up Drown in the Loch. Here probably comes another soul, whatever. Yep. Luckily, we don't care about their life. So that is good for us. We don't care about their life. And we can block. We have to watch out for endurances. This is the kind of deck that's going to be yoked up on endurances. Yeah. I can't counter it, so it resolves. Alright. This is... Things are escalating quickly. They're getting out of control quickly. I guess we'll just play you. Bounce. We'll crack this. Play an island. Trigger. There's a walking ballista. I guess we'll preordain. Archive trap? Visions? Guess we could take an archive trap. I really don't think they're going to shuffle. Oh, I guess they have windswept teeths. They probably also have that paladin that shuffles. So we have to make sure a walking ballista doesn't hit the battlefield. Walking ballista, it just kills us with Heliod Sun's champion. We're just dead. We just die. We just drop dead on the spot. This, we have to counter this, right? Because walking ballista... Yeah, we have to counter this. We have to counter it. Fetch land. Oh, friend, do you want to correct this fetch? I know you do. I'll block. No, this is too risky, right? If they file in a creature, if they crack this, get Dryad Arbor, a creature enters the battlefield, then they get to put a +1/+1 counter on this, then it blocks my crab. This is too risky. Lifelink. Sure. Puts a counter on the crab. Yep. Okay. It was too risky. So I have one card in hand. What's the best thing to do? We could go Feel the Ruin, hit this, Archive Trap. I think we just play Delta, have access to cycle this into Visions. They're probably not going to fetch this. Pop this. Another walking ballista. Island. See, they do have ranger captains. I guess we just cast the Fractured Sanity. This mill's 14. This mill's 13. Let's just pass. See if they ranger captain here. Don't be a ranger captain, please. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness they didn't put in ranger captain. We would be in a lot of trouble if their last card was ranger captain. All right, so we have to dodge. We have to dodge a walking ballista, a ranger captain, Alright, we're not going to block. No blocks. Yep. Alright, we cycle the Fractured Sanity here. And then we Visions. Alright, let's go 1, 2, cycle. We should have them. We should have them here. Alright, so we draw a card. We cast Visions. Do we Visions again? Visions. Okay. So, crab. This will be 9. Crack it 18. Archive Trap should be... That should kill them, right? 1. 2. Bop. One, 2, 3. 1, 2. I guess we'll hit Razor Ridge Thicket. Okay, now we get our last land. The Helmos was bad if we didn't have a land to get. Okay, yield through all these. 1, 2, 3. And now we Archive Trap them. Alright, let's take a look at what their deck looks like. Alright. So. Their CMC is pretty high. A lot of 3s. Some 4s. Tasha's might not be at its best here. And we have to expect endurances out of them in game 3. We also need to be attacking their graveyard, right? If they're going to be bringing in Agathas and so, okay. Maybe Tasha's isn't at its best here. Well, let's look at their CMC. Yeah, it's just too high, I think. I mean, there's a lot of low-level stuff, but a lot of 3s. All right, to the sideboard. I think we definitely want the Soul Guide Lanterns. I think we definitely want Surgicals. And I think we're cutting Tasha's. And I think we're bringing in Murderous Cuts. And that's 65 cards. Guess we could cut these. These are so good, though. Maybe we don't play the cuts. We'll cut that, cut this, cut that, and we'll cut a Visions. Because if we're going to be attacking their graveyard, Visions might not be as great. Alright, let's try this. I don't really know what they're up, like, I don't know. This hand's not good. Mulligan this. We need blue. Alright, this is a keeper. Keep, put back. A Scalding Tarn? Alright. So, we have to be very aware of endurance. Everything here rests on dealing with endurance. Oh my goodness. What a hand. What a hand. Ariok Champion. Okay. Play you. Mill 3. Collect the company, collect the company. They didn't need to draw those. We have cycle this. Everything's beautiful. This is a good spot to be in. We could cycle. I'm going to go to their draw step. I'm going to cycle Fractured Sanity on the off chance that I can mill a Heliod and draw a Surgical. This might be a little narrow here, but I want to hit a Surgical. All right, now I want to draw a Surgical. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine too. I mean, there's a small chance that we could like hit the Heliod before the Heliod comes down. Boromir. Oh, motherfucker. If an opponent casts a spell and no mana was used to counter that spell, 1, 2, 3, uh-oh. We'll have to Fatal Push that. No big deal. This isn't... We could beat this. It's just going to take a bit. I'm blocking. Yeah. So we could beat this. All right. So the problem is firing off all these archive traps. I don't know if they have endurances. If they have an endurance in their hand and I fire all these off and they just endurance me, I'll be very sad. But I think we can kind of experiment a little bit. There's Heliod. We could try this. We'll go Islands, mill 3. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. All right, so we're going to go Field the Ruin, the Horizon Canopy. We're going to get our Swamp. Now we're going to kill the Boromir. Yep. Indestructible. So, for 0. For 0. No endurances. Wow. No endurances. Here you are. Like, you'd think that this would be the kind of deck that would have endurances. It is a cool deck. We had a really nutty hand. We had an incredibly powerful hand. You'd think that there would be endurances in this, but no, they have Redain. They brought in Boromirs. Looks like Redain and Boromirs were out of the sideboard. Alright, wild. We'll probably add endurances after this game. Alright, that's pretty sweet. It worked out really nicely. Anytime you have multiple traps, it's kind of makes it the game easy mode. You know, I just killed someone on turn 3, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. By just casting 3 spells. Cycle, land drop, cycle, cycle, cycle. Alright, so we are 3-0. I'll see you guys in a little bit for round number 4. Bye-bye. Alright, here we are for the final round. We are on the draw. This hand's okay. We can keep. We can keep this hand. So. Oh. Well, that's lovely. What are they playing? Basic Forest. Crashing Footfalls, you say. Alright, well. Tashas are going to be pretty useless here. Force negation, force negation. Alright. Good start. Good start for us. Fatal Push, not a good start. I think I'm going to have to cycle this Visions. I think we're going to have to cycle this Visions. We don't really have an easy way to get to 12 more cards. Cycle Visions, turn on the lock. Okay. They're gonna ice me? No ice. Let's play this land. And then we're passing the turn. We have Fractured Sanity Cycle plus... Are we getting ice? No. So let's see what we've gotten so far. We've got 1, 2, 3. Alright. So we have a drown to deal with the turn 3 rhinos if they try to make it. Alright, so they don't have... Okay, alright. Well, we'll let this resolve. They'll get to search, and then we'll just drown the rhinos. Crack. Watery grave. Up, up. Drown. Okay. None of these cards are really great for us. I guess we're playing this land. Tasha's really isn't going to do very much. I think Tasha's is like the worst thing we can do here. We can Fractured Sanity 14 them. Or we can play Jace and plus on this. That's probably... Hopefully this doesn't get Force of Negation. But I think Jace is the play here, and we can plus. And then next turn we can like cycle this, draw with Jace. Oh, we're F6'd, so do your worst. We are F6, do your worst, opponent. 1, 2. This is a Murktide? Oof. That's kind of pretty bad for us. Not really, because we have mill... We have mill 12, mill 14, which is 26. We have a crab, too. I guess we cast Fractured Sanity. Just cast this. They'll go to 20 cards. And then we just minus 12 them here. Or do we draw 3? It's kind of tough. Kind of tough. I think we just minus 20 them. We don't get another turn, so this is the best we got. They have Mystical Disputes in the main. This is a very tough matchup. They only have 8 cards left. Alright, we have to get lucky. A fetch land would be like the best draw. Fetch land would probably win us the game. Fetch. Okay. So we go Ruin Crab, land, Tasha's, hope it's enough. Oh, shit. Well, we have to, all our hopes and dreams are on this Tasha's, which probably isn't going to work. We'll have to put this on the bottom. Okay. Time to gamble. Can we mill 7? Oh my god, they have... let's take a look quick. One of these. 1 Otawara, Brazen Borrower. They don't seem like they're playing 4 borrowers. That sucked. Okay, so I think we need this. They will have endurances. I think we want this. Tasha's goes. I don't think Visions stays. Fatal Push isn't great. We probably want a cut instead of one of these. Just to kill a giant Murktide. Okay, let's play something like this. Alright, so we want to get into... This is going to be a very, very difficult game. Alright, well... Land crab. Land crab. They went up to 75 cards. Do you see this? A full 75 cards? Nice. Nice touch. Nice touch from our opponent. Now, there's definitely going to be endurances into this deck. There definitely have endurances. I hope they don't have Mystical Dispute. That card's really annoying. Looks like they're going to Mystical Dispute my guy. Unfortunate. Oh, that's not a Mystical Dispute. Oh, they're going to... I don't know what the hell this is. Oh. That's a lot. That's a lot less bad than I thought it was going to be. Steam Vents. Well, it looks like they're fetching in a way that we don't have to worry about Blood Moon. So we'll play this. 1, 2, and we will crack this. And we'll get this. Alright. They've got 4 Furies in now, too. Alright, so we need something that deals with enchantment. We need something that addresses the graveyard. Forest is gone. We could play the Field of Ruin, but I think we just play the Delta. Bonk. Brazen Borrower. Alright, so we put an Otawara and a Brazen Borrower into the graveyard. I'm gonna fetch this now and get the swamp. Just in case they Blood Moon us. There's 1 endurance. Okay. I don't think we're jamming the Ensnaring Bridge here. They don't have another land? Are you kidding me? What are they discarding here? Huh. They discarded a Blood Moon. Well, I guess we'll play this land. They're for sure sitting on an endurance. For sure. Let's just pass the turn. We've gotten through half of their deck. Alright, they're just going to do nothing. I mean, they're gonna Violent Outburst on my turn, but I feel like I should use my mana. So here it gets a little rough, right? If we go 1-2 Violent Outburst, they Violent Outburst, we play Ensnaring Bridge, we can hopefully hold Drown up. Let's get rid of the green here. Get the island. Alright, so they don't have green anymore. There's another endurance. That's 2 endurances. Okay, so first thing first. I'm going to archive trap them. So that maybe we mill all their crashing footfalls. I mean, they definitely have a mystical dispute here. Okay. Guess I let this go. No. So now they get to do this. What'd they reveal? Alright. We are going to drown in the lock that. Okay. Well. Plane and steering bridge. Force negation, pitching Charlotte's agent. Okay. Okay, so 1 endurance, 2 endurance. Attack. I mean, we should be okay here. Murktide. It's definitely a Murktide. 1, 2, 3. All 4 crashing footfalls are in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be a Murktide. I'm just going to fetch now. Put this into play tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. 1, 2, 3, 4 endurances. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, well, we'll play an island. And then hope this resolves. Okay. So let's take a look at what they boarded in. They boarded in Blood Moons, Endurances. They just boarded in everything. We got the 4 endurances. That's all that matters. Okay. Okay. Let's draw a land here. I guess if we're going to do this, we do this during their upkeep. So that if they spend mana, they won't have mana. Well, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1. It looks like they must have a force negation. They must be sitting on force negation. So I guess we'll just chill with this until they tap their mana, or we just sit here. Well, let's see. One mystical dispute, 2 mystical disputes, 3 mystical disputes, 1 force of negation. Are there any in exile? 1, 2. Oh, there's 2 in exile. So there's 1 force of negation left. And no mystical disputes. Alright, so they have maybe 1 force of negation left in the deck. Land? Okay. Alright, so that's how we win the game. Active crabs. Active crabbies. win games. All our milling was from these crabs. That's kind of crazy. I mean, this got countered, right? So we milled 57 cards just off 2 crabs. Wild. Okay, so let's run it back. Any changes we want to make? I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. Game 3 for all the marbles. Okay, we have a crab, we have surgical, we have bridge. Okay, so step number 1, I think, is establishing a mana base that doesn't lose to Blood Moon. They took out some cards. They're only at 71 this time. They were at 75 and it hurt them because they didn't get to their 3rd land in time. So there's a real cost to sideboarding up like that, the way that they did. So we'll see how this game goes. Being on the draw against rhinos is just terrible. In general, it's just a terrible thing. Terrible. All right. They mulliganed. Forest cycle. Okay. We are going to crabby. All right, this crab's got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do with this crab. Why did they shock? They shocked because it doesn't matter. I guess I preordained to look for a fetch land here to give me the greatest value of like bottom. Okay, we didn't hit. Guess we just play a crab. Yield through the turn. I killed my crab. Respect. Respect. Crabby down. Sure. Okay. We have 6 cards in hand. We play a land. We go to 5 cards in hand. There's the endurance. I'm going to surgical this endurance right now to see if they have a... I want to see if they have a force of... They have a force of vigor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's take a look. Force of vigor's in their hand. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're probably not likely to draw another green card, but they are probably likely to draw lands. I guess we have to play this bridge, right? Their hand is a mystical dispute. We'll just play the bridge. Hopefully they don't draw a land. This is a big draw step here. Very big draw step. We got really lucky. Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I think we're going to cast Preordain. Bottom, bottom. That's a really good draw. Holy cow, is that a good draw? So we'll just play this. We'll hold up the drown until we can get rid of the Force of Vigor that's in their hand. Force of Vigor, Mystical, Dispute is in their hand. We will pass the turn. They're going to get more rhinos. Yes. More rhinos. Yes. So they chose to make more rhinos as opposed to Force of Vigoring this, which is wild to me. Some greedy, greedy shit our opponent's doing. Yep. Here comes Hardcast Force of Vigor. What? We're not going to hardcast our Force of Vigor? Alright. We're going to have to be... So we're going to go crab. Land. Trigger. Trigger. Alright, let's take a look at what we got. Did we get the island? No, we didn't get the island. So we're just gonna have to pass. Yeah, we're just gonna have to pass. I guess they're setting up for trying to draw an island and then going Force of Vigor holding up Mystical Dispute. Which means maybe I shouldn't have played this other crab. Maybe playing this crab cost me the game. Okay. Well, this is fine next turn because we'll be able to pay for the Mystical Dispute. So they got the island. Okay. Okay, okay. So now we can't do anything here. We can return this. Or hopefully we draw a fetch. Because we're going to need to pay for this. They're going to go Force of Vigor this, hold up Mystical Dispute, and pay. So we just need to return this to our hand. And then play it. And that's our move. That's our move. That's going to be our move for a long time until they go for the Mystical Dispute. Until they go for it. We're just going to have to do nothing. All right. Drew a Scalding Tarn? Sure. So we have the draw on the lock, plus we could play from the Mystical. So we're just going to sit here and do exactly what we just did. We can't really do anything here, right? Because then they just Mystical our thing. Yeah, I mean, we just pass the turn here, right? That's a good draw. So we can play the Hedron Crab, then they can just kill our thing. So we just play the island. Boop. Always yield. Always yields. Alright, let's see how many Force Negations are gone. 1, 2. That's what really matters here. If they draw a Force Negation, we'll be in a lot of trouble. We could play this other Ruin Crab here. And then have draw on the lock plus pay the 3. Which I think is good because it means we can win the game next turn. It means we can win the game next turn. right? Because we can Field of Ruin them at the end of turn. They'll go to... Oh, they're doing it now. Boop. Okay, so now they have a Mystical Dispute in their hand. That's all we have to beat is a Mystical Dispute. Okay, so now we're gonna use this Field of Ruin now. What do we hit? It doesn't matter. I guess we hit the Stomping Ground. And we get an island. And we get a nice island here. A nice island. And then we Jace minus. Bounce this. We should be good. We do have to beat a Mystical Dispute, so we have to remember there's a Mystical Dispute here. But I think we should be able to. Get an island. This mills them 9. Target them. Alright. Perfect, 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 perfect. Our crab is dead. They did it. They killed our crab. Okay. Murderous Cut. That does not help at all in the slightest. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I guess we return this. I guess we have to return this. Return this. Play this. Boop. Boop. And then we play the Jace. I guess they have one draw step. All right, well, 1, 2, 3. Yes. All right, you have one draw step. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's all up to fate now. I mean, I shouldn't. What's the last card? A little nervous. A little nervous. What the last card is. But we'll see. We'll see. Last card. What is it? Let's see if we can find out what it is while they're slow rolling us. Oh, that's pretty sweet. All right. That was pretty nuts. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's take a look. Well, I kind of like the preordains. I kind of like this list a lot. The only thing I wonder is if I want another Jace. I wonder if this should be like another Jace. Just play a third Jace. I don't know. I miss Jaces. Other than that, the deck was really sweet. Whenever you draw archive traps, it's always crazy. I think the preordain helps a lot. It helps smooth out the draws, make sure we get to the land, help us like search for some interaction to deal with what's going on. The bridge was obviously crazy. I think 4 bridges is the way to go. Even if your opponent can deal with it, it's still a really powerful thing. I mean, Bridge won us the game against Scam. It won us the game against Rhinos. These decks just produce so much power so fast that you need to kind of do something about it like that. All right, that's it. Tomorrow morning on the stream, I'm going to be playing in the challenge. Another challenge tomorrow, Tuesday at 2. We'll play this prelim with crabs. And thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.